Okay, so now we have to kind of think about some things, right? We're not really solving anything. We're just trying to figure out what would happen. So suppose you have a point, it starts in quadrant 1, okay? So I'm here in this quadrant, and I rotate it 180 degrees. Well, this would be 90, so it would be here. So it's in quadrant 3 after 180 degrees. So I'm just going to put Q3. Then you rotate it 180 degrees again. So again, this would be 90. It ends up back here in quadrant 1. And then I'm going to do that 8 times. What quadrant will I end up in? So after 1, it's here in quadrant 3. After a second one, it's in quadrant 1 again. So after a third one, it would be back here in quadrant 3. A fourth one, quadrant 1. Fifth one, sixth one. Seventh one, eighth one. So all the even numbers, so if I rotate it 180 degrees 2 times, 4 times, 6 times, or 8 times, it'll be in quadrant 1. But if I rotated an odd number of 180 degree rotations, it would be in quadrant 3. So in what quadrant will the point end up? After 8 180 degree rotations, it will end up in quadrant 1. Make sure you're answering these in complete sentences. And really, instead of it, what do they say? I should say the point will end up. That would be a more complete thought. So after 2, 4, 6, or 8 180 degree rotations, it ends up in quadrant 1. After 1, 3, 5, or 7 180 degree rotations, it would end up in quadrant 3. The next question is, what's a general rule for where a point will be after a 180 degree rotation? So basically, how many quadrants are you moving? So for 90 degrees, we move 1, and for 270, we move 3. 180 is right in between. So for 180 degrees, the figure, the point, the shape is going to move 2 quadrants. So a point will end up 2 quadrants away after a 180 degree rotation. That is the rule. So for 90 degrees, it's 1, 180, it's 2, 270, it's 3. This is why the direction doesn't matter, because if you go clockwise or counterclockwise, you're going to end up in the exact same place because you're moving half of the quadrant. So the direction doesn't matter. You can choose to go either way. Your answer will still be the same as someone who went the other way.